Hello everybody, it's Christine. It's time for a Scraplift Crafternoon. Let me show you the layout. I actually found this one and I found it on Instagram and the account is WRASBACH 58. So W Rasback 58. She says that she was it was a bingo square and paper issues. I guess it was some kind of challenge or something. And she said the challenge was to use yellows. So she used yellow and she has this really neat layout. It's just very different to me. It just caught my eye because I thought, that's so cute. Now, I'm not going to lie. I started to go with yellow. Like, I started pulling out stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. But the picture I want to kind of do is this little picture of my daughter. And she was 2. And she was eating, clearly like an Eggo. But she's wearing like purple, like pink and purple and stuff. So I started with yellow and I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to shift it and I'm going to go with yellow or pink and purple, or purple basically. So I haven't even picked my colors on my papers yet, y'all. I have to figure those out. But I wanted to show you. So what I've done, I do have this binder here. It's a color, I guess a color binder. And I don't have a ton of purple. So I may be setting myself up here. I've only basically got this, but I can still go back through. There may be some other things with purples I can use. We'll figure it out. And then I brought out all these little stamps. Because she did a lot of stamping too. She even says I used some, you know, stamps. So I've got all these little stamps. This is an old Stampin' Up! And I'm thinking I can use some, you know, little dots. I found this little heart. This little booth used to come to the convention all the time. And I haven't seen them in several years. Here's another little heart. And then I have an I love you. And then these, y'all. This is an old Stampin' Up! Set. You could piece them together and make little like bodies and feet and stuff. But I'm thinking I may just use like the little faces. There's like a little girl here. So I may use that. Also, this cat's hilarious. So I may use those too. And then I also pulled out some sticker books because, again, there's some little like purple push pins. I'm thinking I'm just going to kind of look through here and see what kind of purple stuff I have, you know, to use. And then same thing with this. This is a rainbow, but there's a whole purple section, so I'm thinking I can use it. So my whole point is to try to use purple. I have to cut that into a circle. I have to find some papers, y'all. I hadn't even done that. I know I'm going to have to use white cardstock because just to make the stamping kind of show up and stuff. But I need to find him. I'm going to get in my scrap envelope over here for some purple because she's torn out the sides here. And that looks really cute. So that's what I'm starting with, y'all. And I'm kind of excited. I think this is going to be fun and a little bit like you almost can't do it wrong. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be stamping and sticking stuff and we'll go from there. So let me find some paper scraps and I'll be back on in a minute. All right, gang, I did find a little, well, I guess about a half a sheet of a Bow Bunny scrap in my little envelope over there. So I had trimmed off little pieces, and I'm going to put that behind my little torn spots here. And then I'm going to also mount my photo on it. I'm going to be real and tell y'all that the photo mat that I cut, so that I have a punch, which, no, you don't see it here. I actually punched out the picture into a circle, but I don't have a punch that's like bigger than, I probably could have used a die, but I was being a little bit lazy. And in some sense, I didn't think, I was, in my head, I'm going, this is such a kind of a free form layout. I really don't mind. So I hand cut the circle mat around the photo so it's not quite straight. In fact, I'm not going to say it's not quite straight. It's not straight at all. But again, I don't really care because this whole layout is about, honestly, the word freedom came to mind because I was just like, this is so friggin' fun. And y'all, I went crazy just like she said she did in her Instagram post. So here is, I'm speeding it up. I did the time lapse. Y'all, I figured out this little technique here so y'all can show y'all more in less time. So I hope y'all like this. Let me know if it's helpful because I think it shows more of the actual process without me having to cut so much and all the things. So what I did is I did take the little heart like background stamp. That's the Stampin' Up! One. And I did that in 2 separate shades of purple. I did it a little bit darker purple. And then I used my oxide ink there. And so created like a nice little base to put all these things. And then I went along and used, I don't even know what order I did things in now, but I used a black stamp for the heart. I did the whole I love you in a black. And then I've punched, and I had another little tiny heart that I used the purple on. And then I've punched out those paper hearts with my punch there of the same paper I used to put behind the tears and then behind my photo. Now here's where I'm actually trying to put some foam behind my photo. I cut it and then I lay it on the photo and then I was a little off. So I'm going to end up having to trim this foam again. But again, you know what? I kind of made it a little harder on myself to do that than I had to because the rest of this layout was so easy and fun, y'all. I've got all my little purple things. And so in just a minute, you're going to see me just start sticking purple stuff down. Now the only thing I did in the way of like intention is I tried to make sure that I was kind of balancing things, you know, left to right, top to bottom. But generally, if it was purple and I thought it looked cute, I stuck it on here. That's kind of what I did. I was kind of proud because I was using a lot of my little purple stash things. And I got into these sticker books, which I hardly ever do. So I was really excited. Now, I did pull out a couple little black and white things, and you'll see that in a minute. And I did pull off some little word phrases out of these sticker books that had, they were clear. So I think it turned out really cute, though. I had to glue these little hearts down, y'all, because I would have picked this paper up and forgot where I stuck them. So I'm gluing these down. And then I think is when I get into my sticker books and stuff. And honestly, that's going to be the next little bit here is just me picking things. I do find, oh my gosh, y'all, I find this little tag with a llama on it. It is so stinking cute. And he's got on pink sunglasses that match her shirt. Y'all, I'm almost gleeful with how fun this layout turned out. I would not suggest to you this is a style that I would normally do, but it did attract me when I saw it. And clearly it was just meant to be. I mean, you know, I'm just saying. I do find a few little rainbows. Now, granted, I'm introducing some colors other than purple with these rainbows, but I think it's okay because it kind of takes your eye around the layout just a little bit. So I don't know what I'm picking up right now. That might be the rainbows. I do find the rainbows. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember what order I did these stickers because it was literally just whatever I picked out. There's not much of a story behind the picture. I mean, I guess I would tell you, but there's really not. This is my daughter. She was, like I said, about 2. That was her little high chair. We were in a house that we were only in about 18 months. I remember that house, and she was sitting there, and I mean, she was obviously feeding herself, but quite messy yet still. So she's got a little Eggo on her plate there and a little sippy cup. She hadn't graduated to grown-up cups yet, right? Because she's, you know, she's small, so she would have spilled it everywhere. So she's just sitting there eating, and I just think she's so stinking cute. Her little hair was kind of wispy, and her little lips and stuff were kind of little plump baby lips, you know. I don't know. She just had that little baby face still yet, even though she was 2. Here's that tag, y'all. This little llama here. Oh, my God, he's so cute. I did find a little purple bow, too. I don't know that she had that on there, but I thought that looked really cute. There's this cute little paper clip looking thing. I cut a little bit out there because I was just thumbing through other pages because I thought to myself, well, even if it's purple, it might be in a different color family page just because sometimes, you know, if it's multicolored or something. I did find that word love, and I pulled that out on purpose because she did have love up there at the top of hers. I tried to do a few little things like she did. Like she did have, like, I would consider kind of the title underneath the picture. So I did find a little black and white sticker. It's kind of, I say that's clear, but it's black lettering. It says Living the Sweet Life. And I think that's what I'm going to make my title. There's wordy bits kind of all over, so it's kind of like, okay, what words are closest to the picture? I did find little words that said so busy, and it's in purple, but I think I'm going to stick with that Living the Sweet Life. I think that's cute. I do find these little purple stickers here that are paper. I guess they're actually papers I had cut out at some point. Dream big and be kind. I will tell you guys, so this binder here, I think I got that idea a couple years ago from RTS Scrapbooking, I think is what it is. I think her name's Janet. I saw her, you know, I have all these embellishments, and even now I've kind of expanded again. It's kind of oozed out into other things now. But there for a little bit, I was using these little colored cardstocks inside these these page protectors, and then using basically removable adhesive to stick the things that match, like the colors, onto the cardstocks. And it's easy to find. I mean, I'm able to go in there, like when I really need some, you know, specific colors, like in this case, purple, I can usually open my little book and find stuff. I will tell you, though, if I don't think about it, I forget about the book because it's in a total wrong spot for me to think about it every day. I might think to make that myself a little challenge, you know, use something out of my little color book, you know, on every layout or something like that. Maybe I'll get through it. I do find a few little black and white elements on purpose. So I had pulled out Lovely there. It looks like a little banner. She had little banners. This little tag here says it's always a good day to be cute. And I think that's just adorable on top of that little llama and my little picture. Oh, y'all, this is just so cute. Again, I'm just kind of going through I'm looking through these other pages here, so I'm going to cut away in just a moment. But I'll end up going over and getting into my enamel dots there, and I have this set of 49 and Market, the little baubles or whatever. I'm going to pull those, and then I also got back into my sticker book again, because I go, there's got to be more purple. And sure enough, I found a little heart and a couple, like, star or whatever, and you know, I found a few little things. Then these little push pins. I like these little push pins. They're kind of cute. They just, you know, they just kind of went on there. Again, they're just purple. There's no real reason. I did find a little word happy plans and chilling in my purple stuff in here somewhere. I think it's in this book. And I just thought those look kind of cute. I I did end up using the little girl's head stamp on my stamping, but I did not use the cat, y'all. I thought about it, but we didn't have a cat yet. So then I go, well, that doesn't really make any sense. So I did not use the cat. I'll use it at some other point. But I did like the little girl head. She was cute. So I did use her. And let me see what else have I got going on. I don't think I pulled out. I think I'm just finalizing my selections out of this sticker book. Just double checking myself, y'all. Just making sure, is there anything else purple I can use or anything else kind of cute? I almost got into my Tim Holtz little tiny phrases because she did, like I said, she had little wordy bits kind of going all over. But since I use these little clear stickers, I think this worked out just fine. I didn't need to add anything else. And so I'm going to get into these little baubles here, and I'm going to stick a few of these around. And that's all I'm going to end up doing once I do this. I put out, a couple of them are dimensional. They have little foam dots underneath them that raise them. And then a couple are flat. So I just stick those. That just gives a little shine inside everything. This is a very, like, if your eye goes all over the place, and I just love it. I think this is so adorable. So I really have to thank our lifter, or our original poster here, because it's just so cute. Look at this, y'all. And, yeah, I'm just slowing that down so y'all can see. Oh, look at all the little things. It's just so fun to look at. I love this. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist. There's another group of ladies here that are playing along on this Scraplift Crafternoon. I think some of them are also doing 30 days of sketches, so you'll see they may have 2 videos today too. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!